if you're watching this, you're about to find out 4 key points to closing a deal, okay? Look, my name's Adam, and I'll be honest with you guys. Look, somebody just asked me, hey, can I get your advice on how to close a deal? You know, a business deal, or I believe it was a real estate deal that they wanted, a commercial real estate deal. So a little bit of both. And they asked me because they know that I have done it. So as a matter of fact, this key that I opened the video with actually is more than just, you know, to symbolize the start of this video. This key belongs to the door that opens this building behind me, which I was able to obtain through applying these 4 key points that I'm about to share with you. Now look, I understand we all have places to be. I'm gonna make this fast, direct, informative, and you know, we'll run right through it. But you know, before we get into that, I want to share with you that these 4 points, like these, what I'm about to share with you today, this information, period, it's very applicable. It's very, very powerful if you are either wanting to compose a deal and offer it to someone, or if somebody or some organization has proposed a deal to you and you want to negotiate the terms of that deal, you know, so that it can work more in your favor, right? So look, I just to answer my friend, I wrote them, you know, these couple of points on literally a piece of napkin. I had no paper, but I just figured let's make a video about it, okay? And the reason I'm able to park my cars like this is just because I can. I was able to close the deal successfully with what I'm about to share with you. So, you know, there's a lot of freedom that comes with that. Maybe financial, maybe with regards to time, okay? Whatever the case, you will definitely reap the benefits through the application of you know, these 4 key points. Okay, so the first one is to tie in your success with the success of others. Okay, so if you are going to be successful, you need to share how that is going to bring them greater success as well. Okay, so in other words, you could also say that you can tie in their success with your success. Okay, either way it works. Okay, so for example, what I did in this case here is I was sharing that for every month that we broke $5,000 in profits, they would receive a bonus. So by sharing that and by proposing that, it inclines the party that's engaging with you in this deal to want you to win. You know, it inclines them to not only want you to win, but actually maybe even go as far as help you win, okay? They could give you promotions, you know, exposure, maybe even financial funding on top of whatever, you know, whatever you're presenting, okay? So tie in your success with their success, and that is an extremely powerful move that you can make in closing a deal, okay? That is the first one. Number 2, okay? Number 2 is go beyond the contract, okay? So whatever is in, you know, the paperwork, here's what we're gonna do, when we're gonna do it, and all this stuff. You want to go beyond that, okay? So essentially, you want to under-promise and over-deliver. But you don't even have to under-promise, because even if you over-promise, it's still your duty to over-deliver on top of that, okay? So go beyond it from the very beginning, even before it starts, okay? Even from before the beginning, you want to go above and beyond the contract, whether that be the contract that you're proposing or the contract that's being proposed to you, okay? In my case, like, I'm going to share something with each of these points in my case. So in my case, when I came to sign the paperwork, or when I came to, you know, get the guy to sign the paperwork for me to start leasing this building, I brought him a $15 Tim Hortons gift card. You know, here in Canada, we have a very popular restaurant called Tim Hortons. You know, they love it here. So I brought a Tim Hortons gift card and I presented it to him. He's like, look, no, I don't need that, whatever. And I said, look, I know you don't need that, but allow it to symbolize the fact that I want to give you more than just what's on paper, you know? I know it's not much, but it's the symbolization that I want to go above and beyond. I want to provide more for you, okay? And that made a big difference, you know, because it shows a certain level of care that you have. If you're willing to over deliver when it's not expected of you or not required of you, you know, it definitely leaves a mark. So that is the point number 2, is go beyond the contract, okay? Third, and honestly probably the most important point in closing some deals, is to open the deal with listening, okay? Open the deal with listening, close the deal with talking, okay? So don't go into the deal talking, sharing this, sharing that, this is what I want to do, right? Just go into the deal with open ears, and that way you can listen to their desires. You can find out their fears and their worries, okay? And by listening in the beginning, by listening to open a deal, you're going to find out what they want. You're going to find out what they hope for. You're going to find out what they don't want, okay? And with that information that you've now absorbed through listening, you're going to formulate the deal, the structure of your deal around that, okay? You're going to emphasize on what it is that you're going to do that ties into their desires, okay? And you're going to emphasize on what you're steering away from, which is something that they fear or something that they're worried about, okay? So it's not all about, closing a deal isn't all about the logistics, or all about the calculations or projections, not all about the, not all about the practicality of things. Sometimes, guys, it comes down to the very human nature of what do we want, what do we want to move towards, and what don't we want, what do we want to stray away from, okay? So go beyond what's been articulated just through a contract and go into what literally ties into our human design, into our human nature, okay? Fears and desires, okay? So open the deal with listening, close the deal with talking. That is the third key point to closing a deal. The fourth and final key point to closing a deal is to simply be authentically yourself, okay? Shine your charisma. Now, this is obviously self-explanatory, be yourself, but the reason I'm adding it to this list is because it's very easy to, portray that we are someone that we necessarily aren't. Okay, it's easy to portray somebody that isn't true to ourselves. Okay, maybe we want to, seem like more, or maybe we want to, fit into their image of what we think they expect us to look like. Okay, but you want to throw all that away, because let me tell you something right now. If you're going to be authentically yourself, that is your foundation of the deal. Okay, if you're going to be authentically yourself, this deal that you're going to close will not crumble. Okay, because everything that you're saying that you're going to do, everything that you're presenting to that person will stand through the test of the trials, through the test of time, okay? If you're going to be authentically yourself to close a deal in business, you will succeed, because that is what your foundation is made of, and it's who you are, okay? There's no front, okay? There's nothing that can crumble because you made it up or because you portrayed it to be something that it wasn't, okay? It won't crumble, and it'll thrive with success if you just stay true to yourself. Okay, so I know I mentioned that the last one might be the most important, but I'm going to change my mind a little bit here and tell you that this is the most important thing you can do is to be yourself. Okay, shine your charisma in closing a deal, because that'll really go to show as well if the person that you're going to work with is even worth working with. Okay, if you're not going to be yourself just to get the deal, you're selling yourself short, you're selling yourself out. Okay, but if you're going to be yourself and the person that you're making a deal with doesn't want to go with the deal, to be honest, that's probably for your best. It's probably for the best of you as well, okay? So let's just quickly go over it, okay? Tie in your success with the success of others, okay? Go beyond the contract, okay? Open the deal with listening, close the deal with talking. And number 4, be authentically yourself, okay? Shine your charisma. That is how you can close any deal, compose any deal, negotiate any deal, whatever you want to do, okay? And then you can have the freedom that comes with that. Whatever kind of freedoms that you build for yourself through the deal. All right. That's all.